Mangas and Japanese snacks? Yes, please. I'm back with another Manga Spice Cafe box. If you're new here, I'm Vanessa, an aspiring author, artist, book editor, and avid reader, and lover of mangas and anime. In a recent video, I got the Manga Spice Cafe romance blind box, where I received and read 3 randomly selected romance mangas. I'll link that video in the cards in case you missed it. Manga Spice Cafe is a monthly subscription service where you receive 3 mangas and a selection of Japanese snacks every single month. You can buy 1 box at a time, or you can subscribe for multiple months. They also have single purchase blind boxes where you can choose the genre of manga you receive, which is what I got in my previous video. With the blind boxes, you can choose from romance, spooky, shonen, or mixed genre box. Today, I am branching out of my comfort zone and I got the mixed genre box. So I really have no idea what stories this box contains. Let's find out. The mangas I received are Cant Stop Cursing You, Shunas Journey by Hayao Miyazaki, and Mission Yozakura Family. I can't wait to read these. First up, I'm going to read Mission Yozakura Family because it's about spies, and I love things involving spies ever since I saw Spy Kids as a kid. What's it about? Taiyo Asano has been on his own ever since his parents died. The only one who seems to care for him is his childhood friend and classmate, Mutsumi Yozakura. But Mutsumi has a secret. She is the head of a family of spies. Taiyo Asano is a super shy high school student, and the only person he can talk to is his childhood friend, Mutsumi Yozakura. However, Mutsumi comes from a line of master spies with amazing powers. Her oldest brother, Kyoichiro, is obsessed with Mutsumi and out to kill anybody who gets remotely near her. And his next target is Taiyo. The only way Taiyo can save himself from Kyoichiro's murderous clutches is to marry Mutsumi. Let's get into it. First, look at the art in Mission Yozakura Family. I really like this art style. This guy has a bucket on his head. I have a lot of questions. I love this girl's hair. Oh, it's so cute. Such pretty curls. This drink came in the Manga Spice Cafe box, and I was so excited because I've actually seen it in stores around me, and I've been super curious about it since it's a blue raspberry flavored drink, and I love blue raspberry. It's pushy. Let's give it a try. Oh, that is good. So sweet, so fizzy, so raspberry-y. Kind of reminds me of Blue Mountain Dew. Give me vibes. The perfect way to stay hydrated while reading. Let's get back to the books. This guy's crazy. He just ate the food right off this other guy's chopsticks. What on earth? Dog looks insane. I love this girl. She dresses like a doll, but she has insane martial art skills. She's awesome. This manga was so good. Oh my goodness. It ended on a cliffhanger and I need the next one immediately. I must know. It was so good. The family was so interesting. It was hilarious. There were just so many random funny moments. The whole thing was just like super clever and creative. I loved all the different inventions that the family had. So good. It was just so silly and so fun. I loved it. Next, we have Shunas Journey by Hayao Miyazaki, the creator of Studio Ghibli. This book is a hardcover and it's full color illustrations and it's just crazy to me that this was included in the box. And look, it's even pretty under the cover. We've got some nice gold foil. It's really nice. Lovely as it is, what's it about? Shuna. The prince of a poor land watches in despair as his people work themselves to death, harvesting the little grain that grows there. And so, when a traveler presents him with a sample of seeds from a mysterious western land, he sets out to find the source of the golden grain, dreaming of a better life for his subjects. It is not long before he meets the proud girl named Thea. After freeing her from captivity, he is pursued by her enemies, and while Thea escapes north, Shuna continues towards the west, finally reaching the land of the god folk. Will Shuna ever see Thea again? And will he make it back home from his quest for the golden grain? Guess we're about to find out. Let's take a look at the artwork in Shunas Journey. I love the Yakul. He's so cute. There's some really pretty landscapes in this. Another snack I received in the Manga Spice Cafe box are these Spy Family candies. They are mixed fruit flavor. They kind of remind me of Lifesavers. Never actually watched Spy Family though. I should, because it is about spies, and we've established I like spies, right? And she's really cute. She has pink hair. Mixed fruit describes them perfectly because they're very sweet and fruity, but they don't like distinctly taste like any particular fruit, but they're very good, very satisfying. Ooh, what do they taste like paired with the drink though? It's a very sweet combination. Seems to be getting darker, so I'm up here against the window where the lighting's better. This was a good story. It was an adventure fighting against a cruel world and trying to bring prosperity to a dying land. And the storytelling style was kind of like a storybook or folktale, where it was an outside narrator mostly describing the events. It wasn't a whole lot of dialogue between the characters. I may study some of these landscapes though, because they're so pretty, and I really want to improve my own landscapes in my own art. This book includes a note from the translator, which is really interesting. This is actually one of Miyazaki's earlier works, and it says a lot of the elements from this story actually inspired and made their way into some of his other works. The landscapes inspired the sprawling and epic Nausicaa of the Wind. I have not watched that one. Maybe I will. And apparently a couple of the male characters from Tales of Earthsea were inspired by Shuna. And the Yakul he rode actually appears in Princess Mononoke as the red elk named Yakul, which is super fun. I'm going to put a picture of it on the screen. Oh my gosh, that's him. That's so awesome. I really love the Yakul in this. He was so cute. I'm definitely a Studio Ghibli fan. I absolutely loved My Neighbor Totoro as a kid. I was obsessed with that movie even before I knew what anime was. I was probably about the age of the younger sister when I was watching it. I'm also a younger sister, and my favorite color is pink, and she wears a pink dress. And I've also made friends with a giant, fluffy guardian of the forest. So we have a lot in common. Kiki's delivery service is very cute, and I've seen Spirited Away, even though that one scares me a little bit because there's some weird imagery in that movie. There's a whole bunch of them I haven't seen though, like Howl's Moving Castle, Castle in the Sky, Nausicaa of the Wind, Ponyo. I should get on that. Next, Can't Stop Cursing You. Art by Natsuko Uruma, original story by Kensuke Koba. It's got a bit of a dark and mysterious cover, doesn't it? It looks a little shady. It was just an ordinary day at Yami High. Until it wasn't. A ringing cell phone and the splatter of blood marked the beginning of a deadly game. The rules: contractor Miyaka has 30 days to curse kill 30 people or meet a fate worse than death. On the other side, Cursebreaker Sayama must identify the killer without falling prey to one of Miyaka's curse kills. Only time will tell who will emerge victorious. Yes, time will tell. Time will tell right now. First look at the artwork. It's a bit darker than I would normally go for, like a little edgier, a little creepier. Yeah, this guy's a freak. The description of this reminds me a lot of Death Note, which I did really enjoy. Not necessarily the violence, but I liked the mind games. Wonder how this one's gonna be. So it definitely gave serious Death Note vibes. Except for the person doing the killing is purely a psychopath with no redeeming qualities. It kept me intrigued the entire time though, and I really wanted to know what was going to happen. And I am really curious about the world and exactly how many, spin upside down, supernatural elements are in it. Since it is a world where people just know that cursed gods exist. And there are also like the curse breakers. So I'm curious if there are any other supernatural elements in this world. And also people know how to access the curse gods, which makes me just wonder even more what other stuff might be out there. Would I continue the series? It's not at my library, so no, I probably won't. I won't go out of my way to continue it, but if a free copy of the next volumes just pops into my lap, then I might continue it out of curiosity. But I'm also perfectly fine not knowing because this volume kind of wrapped up the story arc that was in it. So it's kind of like, all right. The only thing would be if I'm curious about those supernatural elements. It is a little bit more violent and gory than I would prefer. I can handle more gore in manga than I can in like anime or live action TV because it's black and white and I kind of just like, I'm very good at like skimming over the panel that's gross and just not really looking at it and keeping reading. So I can actually handle a lot more in mangas than mostly any other format. Also in books, I can kind of skim over the gross parts as well, just regular books, but it's not my preference. Like I'd rather it not be there. But surprisingly, this is not my first manga involving death gods. I have read quite a few actually. I've also read Sengoku Knights, which is about a guy who is like reincarnated, is a reincarnation of this god. Or is it a demon? I thought it was a death god, if I'm not mistaken. This book is wacky. It's weird and has some very funny moments. The person that he is a reincarnation of is female, which leads to some like very weird but really funny moments. And then my favorite book involving death gods is Full Moon. It's a shoujo manga, so the death gods in it are really cute and not like what you would expect. And then of course I've read Death Note. I haven't actually watched the anime. This is my fiance's. I never actually finished the manga. I really liked it, but I've never finished the series. So I should We should watch this one sometime. Currently we're watching My Hero Academia, so but I should put this on the list because honestly, rather than continuing this one, I think I'd probably just rather finish Death Note. So after finishing all the mangas, I do have a clear favorite. You can pause the video now to try and guess which one it is. If you guessed Mission Yozakura Family, you are correct! Yay for you! This manga had everything. Spy action fun, random hilariousness, superpowers, and a girl who could do crazy action stunts without messing up her hair. It is not at my library, but I will find a way to continue this series. Once again, I thoroughly enjoyed my Manga Spice Cafe experience. It brought me 3 mangas I probably never would have read otherwise, and I enjoyed them all. It's fun to try the unexpected sometimes. Have you read any of these mangas? If so, what did you think of them? And if not, which is the one you'd be most likely to pick up? Let's chat in the comments. See you next time. Have fun and stay creative. Bye!